In the opening frame, we see a billboard that says, "The end is near." This gives a sense of ambiguity as to what it actually means. It could be a poster that is representative of the world in which these events take place, as if it is foreshadowing the coming events. The second frame shows the camera panning upwards and over the billboard to show a high-angle shot of a street, possibly a rural area, setting the scene for the upcoming events. Learning objectives. In this scene, students will learn how to matte paint and composite the scene. The camera cuts to a street view, a long shot. The car is seen. People are walking about the street, living their daily lives. The boarded up windows and puddles on the street set the tone. The street is dark, damp and dirty. It sets the scene. The camera cuts, insert shot, to a puddle near the back of the car. A distant boom is heard. The puddle ripples with the vibrations. This would involve effects animation or a practical effect. In the fifth frame, the camera cuts to further down the street, further behind the car. It is an eye-level shot of the people reacting to the sound of the boom. Compositing would need to be used in the background of this scene to show the length of the street and the boarded up windows and details in the street. In the sixth frame, a second boom is heard. It's closer, it's louder. The camera cuts to a close-up shot of a building's windows that are further up the street from the front of the car. The windows crack with vibration of the second boom. The cracking of the glass emphasizes the impending doom that is about to come. In the seventh frame, the camera cuts to a high-angle shot of the people running away from the booms. There is a state of panic and chaos. In the eighth frame, there is an insert shot of a gutter. Steam rises from the gutter. The camera is pointing in the direction that the people ran in. The street is now deserted. The learning outcomes of this frame, compositing and particle effects to create the steam rising from the gutter. In the ninth frame, a third boom is heard. It's closer, louder again. The camera shakes, the car wobbles, the buildings shake. It gives the impression of an earthquake. The tension has been building, the momentum has been created. The learning objectives of this frame would be 3D compositing, modelling the car to wobble, and effects animation. In the 10th frame, the camera cuts to a medium shot of a man who peeks out behind the wall of a shop beside the car. He looks up and looks both shocked and terrified. In the 11th and 12th frames, the camera dramatically zooms out to a long shot, much like the angle of the third frame of the street view. The man realises what is coming as the camera pans out to a long shot, and a shadow is seen to be covering the car. In the 13th frame, the car is seen and is immediately squashed by a huge robotic foot. In this scene, the learning objectives would be compositing for the walls of the building, the boarded up windows, and the detail in the street, such as puddles and steam rising from the gutter. Particle effects, smoke from the car being squashed, and glass from the car, and shattered bits of steel being pushed away from the impact zone. Rigging and modelling of the robotic foot, 3D model of a car, the 3D model of a squashed car, and 3D tracking would also need to be taken into consideration when creating this scene. In the 14th frame, the camera cuts to static, emphasising the impact that the robotic foot has made when squashing the car. In the 15th frame, the camera cuts to black. A distant boom is heard. The story continues on.